The themes I explore in my photography are based on the dualities of the world. For example, contemporary versus historical, endings versus beginnings, fantasy versus reality, modernity versus tradition. Allowing myself to reflect on these polarities allows me to create a unique visual language which pushes the boundaries in image making. My creative process has different stages, particularly 4 different stages. I like to look for inspiration in academic writings or historical references. I also look at Zimbabwean literature and the stories that are passed down generation from generation. I'm also very inspired by the everyday and what we see in our everyday contemporary lives. Once I have a storyline, I find models to work with. Luckily, the Zimbabwean community is full of warm and friendly, approachable people, so I like to look for people with timeless faces. The next stage of my creative process would be looking for locations. I like to look for locations which are hidden in the everyday and locations which have particular significance. The next step of my creative process is incredibly collaborative. I like to work with my designer who goes by Angeline Dlamini. I met her in 2019. Before I started working with her, we spoke about the African Victorian silhouette and what it would mean to introduce a Victorian silhouette within the African context. So this idea of borrowing from different cultures is something that's very repetitive in my work, and that is very intentional done.